Yeah, I got a jump scares and my OBS disconnected for a second. Okay, reconnection successful. Ooh, that would have been scary. You know, I was also told by lots of people that I'm special. You know, I think that's quite the compliment. If you ask me.
Oh, I didn't know we were special. Yeah, I like the sound of that. Of course you're special. Why else would you be here? I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail will just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult. What else would we even need to know? We've got all the reason we need for a rematch.
Standard.
Exactly. The less you know about her, the better. Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. Lying and cheating doesn't sound like her at all. Not that it matters. It's not like she can lie or cheat in the middle of a fight. Are you sure about that? The point of my warning wasn't to start an argument over what circumstances the princess is capable of lying in. It was to give you some broadly applicable advice. The princess will do and say whatever she thinks it will take to get her out of there. So don't trust her. Ever. Are we clear? Crystal. Let's just get on with it already. The cabin is tighter
Oh my
than its
word, this looks
exterior
so
would
different.
suggest. Its cold stone walls
I don't know
pressing
what
on
time.
you
I
as
don't know
if
what
trying
time
to
it came yet.
forcefully direct
This
you
is
towards
so
your
different.
destination. The only furniture of note is a black iron altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge. See? Even the cabin has the right idea. Let's get moving. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this
We're
right.
gonna be getting into this.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's the altar, the blade sitting on the altar,
Oh, that's
and the door to
creepy.
the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. You already wasted so much time in the woods. Who even cares if there's a mirror? I care less about that and more about whether we're being lied to. If he's willing to lie about something as innocuous as a mirror, what else is he hiding from us? I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would it even do?
He's gaslighting, trust. I want to approach the mirror. I'm curious.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
It's crazy.
This really isn't funny. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
Am I like a... Am I the monster?
But it was there a
That's
second
crazy.
ago. And now it's gone, so all of us can stop arguing about it and get to fighting. Very different. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. The world is depending on you.
Tripping it down to the center. Oh boy. Oh, sorry, my OBS is being a bit sussy. Okay, what I'll do is... Oops. I'm assuming you're... Oh, yeah, no, that didn't make sense. Yeah, it's covering the options. Sorry, lol. That makes total sense. Let's just... Move. Yes. Then... what is that called? Video capture device. Sorry, I don't know why my OBS has been so funny. I think if I close it. No. Is it better now? I can't really see it. Like, I want to show you my screen on my OBS is literally just frozen. I can center. So I'm gonna try and do it like this. Transform is where it is. So I'm gonna put it top left. Is that better? Top left, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna do this all the way. That is definitely that would be under. I can fit the screen, stretch the screen, center the screen, let it transform. Let's do 600 by 100. Or is that better? Ah, there we go. There we go. It finally works. After like 3 years of trying. That took. Sorry, that took so long. There we go. Is that better? My preview. I don't know why it finally decided to work. Yeah. Let's get back into it.
You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
No, it.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a rough stone staircase, its walls pressing at your
I like how
sides
the
and
cursor
tightening
turns
as
like
you
a
descend.
sword.
The air
Yeah, you have a
seeping
sword,
from
yeah.
below is heavy and
Or a dagger.
oppressive, with an almost sulphuric odor to it. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her fierce voice carries up the stairs.
Is that another challenger? Finally. It's been ages since I've had a good fight.
I'm cooked, boy.
This isn't what she sounded like last time. Her voice is a little deeper, almost threatening. Good. Sounds like my kind of princess.
Ayo.
As much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head. You need to stay focused and keep your wits about you. Remember, you're here to slay the princess, not to have a good fight.
We're just gonna purely say
As you descend the final step, the form of
That's
the
what I'm
princess
asking
comes
myself.
into view.
That's crazy.
A large shackle leading from her wrist
Charlie,
to the
like a
basement
minute
wall.
after outside.
Looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought.
She really
Oh,
is
it's
strong.
you again. I've been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us. And you
Why
brought
is she
your
in
little
the
knife,
dungeon?
too. Yes.
I don't know, boy. They
I'm
just put
going
it
to
there.
have fun breaking you into
We'll
little
find out
pieces.
together. Do we just skip all the text and just go for the sleigh? I wanna know. Looks like a mathy game. No, it does. It does look like a mathy game. I'm gonna have sussy recommendations after this all night. Waiting on your command, Carol. Do we go for the text or do we just go for yes, sleigh?
Good. With a singular focus, you launch off the wet stone floor of the basement and
Do you see
catapult
those,
yourself
bro? I'm
headlong
gonna get
towards the princess.
clap face there.
Here we go. Let's make this count. Oh, we'll make it count, all right. You can feel flesh give way before a sudden impact blunts your momentum, your weapon tightly lodged in the bone of her arm. She grins at you from behind her guard.
Oh, I'm gonna get my throat ripped out or something.
Pull it out. We'll try a different angle. No, we can do this. Just keep pushing. We're not gonna win if our weapon's stuck in her
I'm
arm.
agreed to that. Okay, Carol. Are we gonna try and kill her in the arm or are we gonna give her the Chris combo? Because in my eyes, again, we keep pushing.
The princess's grin widens as the two of you push against each other, her fiery eyes and masochistic glee practically lighting up the dreary cave.
Yes, you get it, don't you?
If she into this, that'd be crazy. Nah, bro, we silently keep pushing.
Yes, you're right. We don't even need to talk about it.
Your balance is suddenly thrown off.
Whoa,
as the
whoa,
princess
whoa,
pulls you
whoa,
into her
whoa,
knee.
whoa, whoa.
It collides with your
Oh,
ribs,
okay.
and you feel them splinter, cracking like wet wood from the impact. As she strikes you again, you
I
hear the
thought-
whine of strain.
What's something else was about that?
A snap. It would appear that she's loose. We're fine. You barely have enough time to notice before the princess follows up and smashes her forehead
I'm
against
cooked, my
yours.
boy.
Your grip loosens from the impact, the blade still wedged in her arm as you tumble to the cold stone floor. I said we're fine. I didn't say you weren't fine. I was just describing what happened. You might not have said as much, but you certainly implied it. It really doesn't matter.
Just gonna
Princess
stare me.
glances down at the blade embedded in her arm, and with near total ignorance to pain,
I
slides it out of
will
its sinewy
add
prison.
custom emotes. I don't know how,
You
but
forgot this.
I watch a YouTube video. Ooh, she's a cunt, I'm not gonna lie.
She tosses it at your feet.
And she's grinning, bro. That's the worst part. Is there any pick up the blade and attack? We go forward, boy.
You and the princess
There
attack
we
each other
go.
once again, each of you dealing a single, terrible, lethal blow. Wait, does that mean we're dead? Or rather, about to be dead? As your blade pierces her sternum, the princess buries her fist into the soft meat of your organs. You feel a few horrifically painful
I've got a
pops
few good
as the
custom
fluid
emotes. We need to have a Chris Brown one on that list.
It's over. It's finally over. No,
I don't
it's
support
not.
him,
We're
but it's
just
what we
getting
do.
started. But it is over. Dead is dead. I know this isn't the happiest ending for you, but you saved the entire world from ruin. There are few better endings than that. Well, are you going to listen to him? Or are you going to listen to me? Get up.
I need voice of the stub to my gym, like, or gym buddy. Oh my word. Okay. Yeah.
Wait, no, that can't be right. Your eyes
That's
bolt open and you push
crazy.
yourself
Bro said
back
I
to your feet.
understand now.
Alive. Ha! I told you this wasn't over. What about her? The blade went right through her heart. What about her? If we're fine, then she's fine.
That's crazy.
No, she's dead. She has to be. No!
I was cooked.
We're all shit out of luck, aren't we? I knew it. I told you we should all believe in her. This is perfect. princess rises from the ground. Staggering slightly, one hand wrapped around the hilt of the blade still buried in her heart.
We don't even need to start over anymore, do we? Let's go again.
She does seem to have a tail.
She pulls the
Oh,
gun
that's
from
crazy
her
word.
chest, barely wincing, and hurls it at your feet. You know what to do. Again! But she came back. What's the point of fighting her if she can just do that?
That's a good
All
point.
of you need to settle down. This whole situation is coming dangerously close to untethering.
Yeah, she has a tail.
She clearly never actually died. You just missed her heart, that's all.
Mr. Hall.
We just missed her heart. Oh, of course, that's all. You were the one who said we hit her heart. You were the one who said it was
She is a D&D
finally
character.
over. Well, I guess I had it wrong. You guess you had it wrong? Aren't you supposed to know everything? I never said I knew everything.
We die. Perfect.
With an unbreakable
Oh, I can't English
determination,
today.
you snatch the blade from the floor.
We just
and
attack her.
stumble back
No
to
thinking, we just attack.
Both you and the princess quake with adrenaline as your eyes lock across the basement floor and share a knowing.
Ugly ass face, bro. These are
Free from
teeth bleeding.
hesitation, you close the distance, both you and the princess aiming to end each other.
What's that? Yeah, bro.
Your blade digs into her neck, grinding against her vertebrae as her fist connects with your body. The impact forces the air from your lungs, stars dancing in
Ooh,
front of
yeah.
your eyes as you fail to keep your bearing. You both collapse to the ground before either of you has a chance to survey the damage. And then we get up.
More.
Yes. And then you get up.
Where's the cut on her neck?
That was a good one. More.
You and the princess exchange dozens of devastating blows.
Crazy.
Sometimes you manage to strike first,
Is that a horn?
sometimes she tears through you before you have a chance to act. But more often than
She's
not,
choking
each of
her
you
boy.
fells the other in the same moment.
Now we're getting cooked.
And then you get up and do it again, and again, and again, and again, and again, and again. We're all still here. This is all gonna be okay, isn't it?
I'm glad I put it on Twitch, like, depictions of violence, because I think I'd be cooked if I didn't.
Isn't it?
What are you waiting for? I'm right here. Do you think this is... What is this place?
Did we do this? Huh. I didn't think we had it in us. But I guess that stuck-up control freak was right. It's the end of the world, isn't it? It's the end of everything. Far from it. We're still here. And she's still here too.
The adult stream.
I feel so... tired.
Let's go with this one. That's crazy. That's crazy. She's got fungus. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
She's gone. Where did she go?
It's the mirror.
Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now? There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should.
Oh, I'm so curious now.
Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess. He is. Does that mean the world ended? The world didn't end. We're still here. Come on. We just need to keep going. You're right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful
The
thing.
mirror.
It's like it's mocking us. I'm begging you, don't do this.
The body. It's you. Oh, that's crazy. I gotta see you.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Very fair. Can I kill her? That's the question. Do we kill ourselves or do we attack her? We ain't talking. Bro has a monster in it. Got that dog in it. Oh, I put your chat right here on the whiteboard. That's such a bad idea. That's my own. Do we kill ourselves or do we kill her? I'll give it a little question, yeah.
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you. I am solitary lights in an empty city.
They don't want to see
What
me,
are
bro.
you? Thoughts without connections, a dim and nascent network. I wish to be more. I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
She's speaking in poems, bro. I felt language.
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
That's valid.
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own. This one yearns to grow and struggle. Even now I feel a will pushing against mine, not realizing that we are one. She will make for a bold heart. Do not mourn her. We will provide her with the growth she fought for.
Did they? Oh wait, are they eating her? That's crazy.
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept.
It's like vibrations in my ear.
The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me.
Probably two.
I promise that it doesn't hurt. You are the only thing I have ever known.
That's crazy.
The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
I'll try and do one ending. Because I know I think this made like a lot more.
I have only just now stirred to consciousness.
That's crazy.
I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Why are they touching her, bro? So, you know, what the hell?
I know only that they are. She is part of me, and part of me is her.
Yeah.
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
You know, I know someone else who has similar people like that.
Nothing as we are, but I know that there are.
So do I kill her or do I
us,
kill myself?
and
That's
that
a real
we are
question.
meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom. I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
That's crazy. Keeping myself safe.
Everything, until we meet again. More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
Bing Zero's also streaming. Oh, it's the Game Awards. Oh yeah, no one's gonna watch this stream. Game was on.
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry.
Try that crazy
hollow.
word, bro.
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold. How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated. If you need time, then I'll wait with you.
Let's wait for
You
her.
are as I am now, and forever is a long time to remain undone. I am not you, but I know that I would return before forever was finished. What textures will you weave for yourself to occupy forever? Will you place the images of you and I into a box for safekeeping?
I don't know what she's saying,
If
bro.
you close that box, will you become another you in another world? An imaginary pattern repeating itself until it can no longer bear the weight of its hand-drawn cage? You'll always come back to the box, because you'll always want to know what it means to be you. I will be here waiting by your side until you're ready to return to mine.
There's no way my game is crashing right now. Dude, you... I tell you now, the developer did this on purpose. This absolute. The game crashed. You can tell. Cooked indeed.
You have returned to me. Though you were gone mere moments, I never left your side.
It's crazy work.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
That's crazy.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
I got like 4 achievements right now.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I'm back now.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
We're just leaving.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole
they're bad.
situation than to take part in it. Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
Nah, we're leaving again.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
Mom. We're just gonna continue going backward.
Your silence is deafening. But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came.
Ram.
Would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess. There's always a choice. let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong
music
one
just
for
stopped.
pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will. And here we go.
There's your
Trudge
cabin.
into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar
Oh, the
wooden
music's
structures
tweaking.
through the leaves. But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light. In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be. Wait,
Trippy.
what's going on? But you're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about
That's
the
true.
fate of the world. You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies. You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
Oh, there's walls.
And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world. Oh, that's clever! A little boring, though.
Contract. Oh,
It's
okay.
extremely boring. Can we really do that? Can we really just do nothing? No, you can't just do nothing. You have to do something.
How do you know the princess can handle? That's a great question, bro.
So it's decided. Even if it's boring, we're going to do.
I like the voice of
nothing.
contrary. Narrator just said, "Trust me, bro." He said, "Sources, trust me, bro." I think if I do this ending, the next ending I want to do is like follow the voice of the hero. Maybe I haven't done that.
Congratulations, you continue to waste everyone's time and do nothing. Wait, can you still hear me? Everything's getting fuzzy. What is that weird feeling? It's like I'm barely even here anymore. Well, it's not nothing, that's for sure. Does that mean we messed up?
Narrator is though. Off for yourself. Ah, there we go. Sound of sausage rolls. Oh, it's the hand lady. Oh, okay. Oh, that's crazy.
You're on a path in the woods. Don't mention it. It's all part of the job.
Oh, that's why is it
You
walking?
make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find
Oh crap! I want to go back.
the
This is how
interior of the
originally looked.
cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Let's enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
I don't know if you noticed, but when we came down with the knife, she had like a stern voice. So
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
let's just follow their road.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game
Actually-
by coming here unarmed.
Actually, I think we just, you know what I'm here to say. Just
Don't
Hi.
be a stranger. It's been so long.
Don't
since
be a
I've had any
stranger.
Visitors, please.
Manir,
Upstairs.
Manir, I think I know who's down there. Don't be a stranger, really. Bro is anti-glazing it.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist,
Wait a damn minute.
binding her to the far wall of the basement.
Okay, I have a conspiracy theory. I promise I haven't played like this game probably before. There's a chain to her right, or my right. What if we were chained to that? That's just my thought. Because there's two chains you can see. There's one there and one there.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
I'm gonna show her
Hi.
reasoning and
Do you think you
persuasion.
can get me out of these chains?
Let's just take a look at this.
You're only making this more difficult.
Ah, this is gonna hurt.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains
Why should
binding the
it- sorry.
princess to the wall and give them a tug.
I'm good tap, bro.
They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs.
She giving me the puppy dog
They
eyes,
locked the
bro.
princess away down here, intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in
Is
the
that a
cabinet.
cat on it? Oh my god. Let's just do that.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
Let's try the
You
door.
try the door, but it's locked from the outside. Your shouts and pleas are met with silence.
That's crazy.
You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yeah, but
There's
definitely.
a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
He is the biggest
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth,
What
her teeth tearing
the-
through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
She freaky like
As she
that.
rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs.
That's crazy.
You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her.
Are we free her? Oh, let's free her.
You
Let's
won't
just
like what happens if you do that.
let's save. Oh, we're saving her, bro. Or are we gonna go back to the slave? Freedom. Okay.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against
Oh,
a
that's
ragged,
so nasty.
self-inflicted wound on the
That's so
princess's arm,
nasty.
just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh.
so glad I got that content warning. This is crazy. I'll take a photo of this. Ugh, what's it? We got them in the air. I know that was cringe. You know, it's a chat because they're like, oh, I'm interested in stream. Oh, let's go watch it.
The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm.
He's definitely sus, but we'll let she knows she just quirky. She'll quirky. Oh, that's so cringe.
Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains
Next.
follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal.
She just spoke different.
No, she didn't. She smiles softly
She's
as
got
her
like a
gaze
wound,
meets
bro.
yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she's not even bothered by what
It's
just
just a little, you know, a little petite, you know, it's just a little.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just
Mega
let her
sassy,
escape
bro.
into the world.
Mega sassy.
As the princess approaches
Oh, that's
the bottom
crazy.
stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
Slay the Warner.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
I'm not.
Lunges
That's
forward,
crazy.
the blade held low,
That's
ready to sink into her
crazy. That's crazy. Come on.
But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect.
Yo, Rob. Narrate the biggest stuff.
Stop. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive. The blade. Move the blade. As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious
She's gonna stab me, isn't she?
We both know this isn't you.
Oh my word, look at. Oh, okay, the thing is off course. This isn't you, Brad. This isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
That's crazy.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
This bro really don't speak
Oh
about.
no! I'm so sorry.
She lied to me, bro.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch
For real, bro. For real.
burning pain that
She like my
slices its way
clean nails,
into
bro.
your body.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That's crazy. See how happy she is, bro.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her blade work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you.
Big tear.
As much as I prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't
Very
deny
sad.
the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
The dams. I mean, she